Our next guest is a writer, editor, blogger, and digital strategist, though she's not sure what that last one actually means these days. She is published at Chicago Sun, in the Chicago Sun-Times, Time Out Chicago, Bitch Media, Paste, and a bunch of publications that no longer exist. She is also the co-founder and publisher of pop culture website The Learned Fangirl, and she's the bass player in a band called Soul Heiress, though they haven't done anything in over a year. Please welcome back to Tuesday Funk, Keidra Chaney.
That last part of that bio isn't true anymore because we kind of wrote a song 2 weeks ago. Yay! So I had a whole entire different thing written for this, and I just started missing Prince and decided to read a thing that I wrote a year ago. In the days after Prince's death last April, I decided to revisit the movie Purple Rain to deal with my grief. And in watching it, I was reminded of an opinion that I've had ever since I watched the movie decades ago, which I now welcome any and all comers to fight me about. That opinion is Morris Day and the Time are the actual heroes of Purple Rain. Now, hear me out. I am not saying they're nice guys. They're local young musicians, and if there's anything to know about local young musicians, it's that they are scumbags. But Morris and Jerome and the gang are definitely better than the kid, who is frankly a massive dick. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I love Prince. I don't consider myself a super fan. I don't have an encyclopedic memory of his B-sides or his unreleased tracks. For me, that's 9 Inch Nails. But Prince is one of the first musicians that really made me want to devour music and envelop myself in it. He was one of the artists that really led me to start a relationship with music as a listener, as a fan, as a musician, and to take that relationship seriously. I remember my sister telling me that he played all the instruments in Dirty Mind in 1980 and how quietly awed I was at that this music was a special gift for him, this superpower. And Prince knew how to channel ambiguity through music like nobody else. I get a particular thrill when I hear Let's Go Crazy. It's the most gleefully fatalistic song. And being a gleefully fatalistic person, this speaks to me. One of the lines is, all excited, don't know why, maybe it's 'cause we're all gonna die. And it's the most dark and glorious sentiment of that entire song. From the beginning with that organ swell, it's an unbearable buildup of elation, fear, anxiety, all of these things at once, and it culminates in that final explosive, take me away! It's like feeling my chest explode. It puts into the universe that love of life and that fear of death that I've thought about, but I couldn't actually articulate. He was answering questions that I was afraid to ask, and that's some hardcore shit, especially when you're a kid. But it shows me what music can do to you, for you, when it's powerful and fun. With that in mind, the first 10 minutes of Purple Rain, which are set to an extended version of Let's Go Crazy, are to me some of the most thrilling in 80s music history, in terms of setting up a tone and creating a world. That opening montage is perfect, showing glimpses of the excitement of the Minneapolis music scene, our main characters and their personalities. We see Morris Day's flamboyance as he vacuums his apartment in a headscarf, Prince as the kid being broody McBroodface before the show, Apollonia as the wide-eyed newcomer / cheapskate who skips out of her cab fare upon her arrival to Minneapolis. I could watch that opener over and over again, and frankly, that could be the movie because that's about as likable as the kid gets. So I know the kid has major problems coming from an abusive home and whatnot. So it's fairly obvious that he's got much deeper issues to handle, but beyond that, he's the worst band leader ever. And here are 5 reasons why. Number 1, he's always late for band practice. Always. Doing God knows what. Meanwhile, the rest of his bandmates sit around all day waiting for his ass. Wendy and Lisa make the most of it by writing their own music, but Bobby Z and them just sit around silently waiting for him like the poor dog in that one Futurama episode who later dies. Then later, the kid shows up and gets all snippy and jealous about where Wendy and Lisa are, as if they have nothing better to do. As somebody who's routinely late for band practice, I at the very least try to be apologetic about it and bring beer and shit. Number 2, he plays weird mind games with women. Let's face it, the kid is a misogynist. But he's also just in general one of those dudes who likes to flirt with women by insulting and belittling them. Even Morris Day, who had Jerome throw his ex in a dumpster, was pretty upfront about Apollonia about his intentions and didn't get all weird and jealous around her. I'm not saying Morris Day would be a good boyfriend, but he doesn't come off like a sexy creep from Jump like the kid. Number 3, the kid fails to show up for important meetings with the dude who is paying his bills. Billy, the club manager, is like, show up for this important meeting. The kid's off, I don't know. I think he's off brooding as usual, playing mind games with Apollonia and riding around on his motorcycle, while Morris Day is trying to help Billy keep the club's lights on. As a kid, I thought Morris Day was a jerk for trying to get Billy to fire the kid, but as an adult, I realized that Morris is an awesome team member for thinking of the club and trying to help Billy bring in more of an audience. By thinking of the club and trying to help Billy bring in, by helping to start a girl group with Apollonia. Sure, Morris calls said girl group a bunch of bitches, which my adult feminist self can't co-sign, and it seems like Morris doesn't ever pay his champagne tab, but he's doing extra work for the club, so at least that expense should be allowed. Number 4, the Revolution only plays one song a night. What kind of bullshit is that? He likes to work out his personal issues on stage like a diva, like slut-shaming poor Apollonia through Darling Nikki when she didn't even do anything with Morris Day. Meanwhile, the Time puts on a full-on show with backup dancers and everything. Frankly, I would have fired the kid a long time ago if I was Billy. Finally, number 5, the kid is mean to his bandmates and the people at the club. In addition to being late all the time, he ignores Wendy and Lisa when they come to him with a demo for the song that eventually becomes Purple Rain, and he then calls their song stupid. He barely acknowledges the existence of the cute blonde cocktail waitress who keeps mooning after him and is clearly in love with him. When I was younger, I hoped that there would be a sequel where they got together, but as an adult, I know she could do so much better. I know the kid is super talented, but why put up with all this? At the end of the movie, he redeems himself with a great performance of Purple Rain. But trust me, that asshole is just going to be late for band practice tomorrow. That's why Wendy and Lisa were about to dip. So, in conclusion, I love Prince. I'll always love Prince, but I'll always hate the kid, while in comparison, Morris Day and the Time are professional, hopeful, and hard worker. I would love a reimagined Purple Rain from their perspectives because they are the unsung heroes of this film. Fight me, and thank you.